old are you, by the way?
27.
27. 27.
Eric. 27. Yep. I
So
got in.
huh?
Go ahead.
How should I address you? Is it Kanai or Dinero? I don't know.
It's Kani. My real name Kani. De Niro. That's just my Instagram.
We just say shit. You just money.
Yeah. It's
You
cool. You
just
can put
money.
it there.
You just money. Don't just call me money, yo. Whatever. You wow, man. Round up, y'all come on in. Kanai, you in Ohio. You were
Yep.
telling me about your background. Are you how in the world, 27 years old? I'm just thinking about before today. I want to rewind a little bit. Round up, we're gonna start over again, but y'all not gonna miss nothing. How in the world are you able to process this data at 27? Just give me something small for my roundup homies.
Um, I really say just staying focused. Not doing the typical things that you do when you're young, as far as um,
Drinking, drug, and sexing, or something else?
you know, um, no, not. I mean, as far as like partying, I really stay focused. I don't. I mean, the most I can say is just stay focused. Don't feed into the crowd. I like to stay outside the box. I'm really to myself. So
I'm saying, how did you do it? What? Give me something. You 27. I didn't even start learning about real estate till I was 28. So
so
you have done it faster.
yeah, I got started. Let's see. Let me take you to the beginning. I got started when I was 20. I got learned about before I first started with wholesaling. I learned about wholesaling when I was 22. Um,
Wow.
I got into it as far as it took me a year just to study it. That's why it was a year of me studying. I really ain't do no deal. I just wanted to get the information because I seen it was so good. So it took me a year to study it. I studied it for a year, and
Mhm.
then after that, I got straight to it. So
All right,
after that,
cool.
I did, started with the wholesaling.
Okay.
Did 12 wholesale deals my first year.
You did what?
12 wholesale deals my first year.
Wow. Good for you, young man.
Yeah. Um,
I'm so proud of you, man.
so yeah, after that, I mean, I pretty much just been staying focused with it. I did my first deal in 2018. So
Okay. All right. Took some time. So you got a fast. I want to hear more about your background in a minute. Round up, come on in. We got almost 40 people here that want to hear what thus saith Money Man. I mean, Darren De Niro, shoot, Kanai, whatever you want to call him.
whatever.
27 years old. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, my friend.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I know you the top dog as far as with the real estate strategies, as far as subject tools and stuff like that. I learned a lot from you. In this past year, I learned a lot from you by your videos. I really probably seen all of them, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much
Thank you.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do this impromptu. I'll do some Q&A and we'll let you go. Round up. I'm the co-pilot today, working with Kanai, just kind of showing you can do this business. I want people to know the man's 27 years old. I don't care if you're 27 or 72. You can buy real estate. It all depends on your mindset. Would you have to say let's start here,
Yeah,
Kanai?
it all start with mindset. That's the main thing is the mindset. If you don't have that mindset that you can do it, that you determined to do it,
You done.
it won't work out. So the mindset, yep, starts there.
I think the fact that you're so young, it gives me hope, and it actually helps me to not worry about my elders. I can't help everybody, so I've made a decision over the last few months to focus on more young people because y'all are open to new concepts, and even with my daughter,
Yeah.
so crazy getting here today. I mean, I bought a house, sold a house today, and I ran here to get here. I'm thankful for your time. I'm Chris Haskins. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Roundup. Today, we're staying in the real estate vein, trying to push you, pull you to get on this real estate train. Doesn't matter if the market is going up, down, left, right, forward, backwards, or even sideways. You can make money in real estate. Would you say, Kanai?
Yes, sir. All day.
What about my credit? You mean, oh Lord, I gotta get my credit right.
Oh, the credit, that's a trick that you tell everybody that you need credit.
A trick. I never heard it put like that.
Yeah, I think I say it's a trick because I mean, you typical like 99% people, the credit,
99%.
the mortgage,
Gotta get my credit right, dog.
right? Yeah. So yeah,
What do you tell those people, Kanai? I know you bump into them every day. Your homies. I mean, come on.
as far as with the credit,
Everybody's like, I gotta get my credit right before I get started. Like, what do
yeah,
you
and I
mean?
tell them, tell them the simple strategy that you can get in as far as with the wholesaling. No credit needed, no background needed, no pay studs needed, what is it, no
What
criminal,
about tax returns, brother? You gotta turn those in?
no tax returns needed at all.
I love it. Thank you for sharing this story. So, round up as we go through here today. Make sure that you get your questions in for Kanai. He's going to be talking about his first wholesale deal. I'm sorry, not first wholesale, subject to deal.
Yeah.
The man's 27. If you members questions will get answered first. If you haven't joined our channel, there's a link right there that says join to help us continue bringing guests like Kanai on. It's going to cost you nothing but a Starbucks coffee a month. And finally, I'm just about wrapping up. So Memorial Day weekend, y'all. I've got the Real Estate Investing Foundations. We're going to help you show you 15 ways to get started in real estate without having any experience. We finally got it done, y'all. Finally. So this Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to show you all my strategies, how we get started. And I'm even got my dogs, Dan and Dave Barrera, going to be showing you how to flip land. Mike Fritz is going to show you how to do multifamily. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, there's a link in the video description where you can actually join our email list so you don't miss Real Estate Investing Foundations. If you have no idea where to start, this course is going to show you. And I'm not going to be charging much. I do this stuff to help my people. So that's why I do it. And it's an honor to serve you guys. So Kanai,
Sure.
give us your background, man. What brings you into real estate? Why in the hell are you doing real estate in your early 20s? I mean, most people drinking, drugging, sexing, party, they tricking off.
I mean, my background is really simple. I grew up doing sports, football,
Okay.
basketball, stuff like that. So that was, you have your main goals. As far as the basketball and football, the dream was to go to like NBA, NFL, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just my senior year, I wasn't allowed to play basketball.
Wow.
It's not like a rule they got in the book. If you transfer to a different high school, you got to sit out a year. You're not allowed.
Like a red shirt type thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so I really did my senior year. I had to sit out, so my main focus was just basketball and stuff like that. But I had to sit out my senior year, so I really didn't do, too much as far as, so that was my main goal. After that, it was really just what I say. I really didn't do too much. I worked a job at a corner store in my town.
Uh-huh.
Pretty
Well,
much.
you're in Ohio, roundup, if you don't know.
I'm in Toledo, Ohio. Started off with that, and then as far as real estate, I was gonna buy my first house at 19, but my mom said don't do it because she didn't know like the loopholes and stuff like that. So
Now, did your mother own?
no.
Why would she tell you not to do it?
I think at the time it was just because I was so young and me just putting up that money, and then I guess just the parents, they like so many
They don't know.
property taxes, stuff like that. They don't do a little simple stuff. They thinking
They
it's
don't know. They don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
So yeah, I was going to do that when I was 19. Then I started learning about wholesaling as far as real estate investing.
Well, I'm saying, what gave you the wherewithal? You working the regular job. Were you discontent? Were you fed up? Did you think there was more out there in life for you?
No,
I'm just trying to think.
I was really just always a hustler. I wanted to be my own boss. I never really wanted to work for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like. I wouldn't say following rules. I just didn't like being on somebody's schedule or having to just go by their rules or them telling you what to do and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was always my mindset. I really never like when I worked at the store, it was like a little hustle type of job. It wasn't really
Gotcha.
serious type of job. So yeah, I just never wanted to be as far as work for nobody. I wanted to always be my own boss and
Okay.
whatever I wanted to do. As far as I never went to.
Oh, I see. Worked there, and so real estate. I mean, did you think real estate would? It's a huge gap here, bro. Working because some people work 40 years and they never buy a house.
Right.
What brought you to real estate? You could have done cryptocurrency. You could have done internet marketing. You could have done
I love
rental car.
houses.
I mean,
I love houses. As far as I always loved houses since I was young. Just like the stuff of building them, like the wood.
okay,
I just like the houses. I just like building stuff, or
gotcha.
just like making stuff look nice.
Okay,
How you
you're
I
into
just
the
like
construction
stuff look
side.
nice and better, and I don't know. I just gravitated towards real estate because it was just something I wanted to do. But once I
Okay,
first gravitated towards it, they always tell you the typical way you need to get your credit fixed and everything like that. So I really just took the time out of it just to study myself because I seen I had went to one of those. I think his name is Dan Murrell.
Dan, yeah.
Yeah, Dan Murrell. I went to one of those seminars, and then I really just learned a few gems. I really didn't because they try to make you buy the next course and stuff like that. But once I
Oh
learned
man,
use other people money as far as to purchase real estate and do stuff like that, that's when I'm like, I really don't need to buy. All I need to know, that's all I really to know. I just want to know something like as far as what's
what's
what
the
they
secret?
doing, what's the secret. And then once I learned that, I mean, that's all he had to tell me. I really didn't take too much from the class because they really don't teach you nothing.
Yeah.
I take their money and stuff like that, but that's all I really pretty much learned from there as far as like.
So you went to the seminar and you realized oh Darren, I don't need the money. I just have to have other people's money, have access to it. That's when the light went off.
Yep, that's when the light clicked off.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, there you go. I got to pull it out of you because a lot of people are trying to figure out. I promise you, a lot of people trying to figure out their way, my friend. Trying to figure out how they're going to get in. Where are they going to do? How do I start? What do I do here? Do I go there? Right. So you're blessed to be able to say, well, okay, all right, well, I can figure that out. I wouldn't take that lightly, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I try not to.
That's a big deal, man, because it's, a lot. I know grown men. Obviously, we get emails, calls all day long, every day. People 40, 50, 60, 70 still trying to get those pieces together, man. So I'm glad you were able to recognize that at a younger age.
Yeah.
So you saw that, and then that you stumbled. You were like, well, I don't want to get into too much debt, no doubt. So you figured wholesaling would be a lane for you.
So pretty much, from there, I got into I started looking up like transactional fundings and stuff like that because at first with wholesaling it was like double closings, and then I didn't know what the difference was between like assignments and double closings. So at first I got into transactional funding and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I learned just YouTube videos from Ty Flipman, a lot of YouTube
Yeah. All of us.
Yeah, pretty much everybody as far as whoever with the real estate.
So you're putting that together. You were like transactional funding. You still got to come up with money, borrow, do all that stuff.
Yeah, so pretty much I was just taking everybody's as far as a piece of everybody and trying to bring it into what I got going on. So I was pretty much just learning stuff. Like I like learning stuff.
So you were wholesaling. You started wholesaling, and then no doubt another light went on. Like, man, I got to do this forever.
Yeah, so I was wholesaling, and mostly in my market. I said my market is a renter's market. A lot of investors come down here to buy a rental property. So once I doing the wholesale, I was flipping like hood houses. So like most of my good flips was mostly in the hood, like in our market. So it was all hood houses.
From our viewers, give us some numbers on that. Give us a number. Are you buying for 10, 20, selling for 30? What numbers are you working with regarding wholesale?
So as far as
this dog, go.
Yeah, hood houses. I mean, they was going for. I mean, as far as still now, they going for like 10,000. Was getting them for 10,000, wholesaling them for 20. Getting them for 20, wholesaling them for 30. So most of the time, our market is just renters market. We do big flips as far as in the market, but as far as we mostly just renters market here in Toledo. I mean, you said what can be your first subject to lead for a person about 5 to 10K to play with. I mean, I say your first. I say your first lead is to drive for dollars. try to find a nice neighborhood as far as in your city or town, and drive a nice neighborhood and find a beat up property in that nice neighborhood.
Uh-huh. My bad,
So
homie.
I was trying to talk about a question there.
Oh, they had questions. So your market was, you said, my dog's going crazy, dude. Your market is purchase price, how much? Wholesale, how much? My bad.
So my market is really I mean it ranges in the hood. So as far as I was get them for like 10,000, wholesale them for like 20.
Damn.
Getting some for like 15, 20,000, wholesale them for like
Holy
35,
cow.
stuff like that. So the prices, like our houses, I mean, we do got a high market, but as far as the hood houses, they
Hood
going up,
houses.
huh?
Hood
Yeah,
houses.
hood houses. That's how I got started as far as
You
hood
sound
houses.
like
But, you know,
Antonio. This dude be doing a lot of that.
yeah.
So you're getting to people. That's unbelievable. So Ohio, anybody listening to this, buying houses in Ohio, Toledo, that's where you're going to be able to get these cheap houses from.
Yeah, they going up now as far as because our market is. I mean, they going up now. They got little things they doing as far as downtown, so the market going up a little bit.
Yeah, but 10, 20, 30, 40,
But
50,
yeah,
60, 70.
right now I'm actually buying one for like 10,000. They still cheap.
I mean, you're not talking about going up from 150 to 250. You're talking about from, 50, 60 to 70, 89. I mean, it's no money,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Comparatively speaking, so for a house.
Wow. Yeah.
So round up, if you're just joining me, I'm hanging out with De Niro, aka Kani. This man has just bought his first subject to house, so we're gonna get into that. You were wholesaling, and tell me about the light bulb that went on while you were wholesaling, and what were you thinking? Are you thinking, man, I need to hold some of this stuff, or I need to be able to buy some? Tell me about your thought process on all the wholesale stuff.
So yeah, like I said, I was pretty much predominantly as far as flipping the hood houses.
Mhm.
Um, what went off in my head is I was watching. I mean, everybody know Max Maxwell if you're in real estate.
Oh
I was watching
man,
videos on YouTube, and I seen he was in these good neighborhoods, getting these houses that that was beat up. I mean, that wasn't beat up too much, but they were some nice houses that he was getting them for a good price. And then he said he was subject to them. He was buying them subject to. So
Mhm.
that it clicked in my head. I'm like, let me find a nice neighborhood as far as in my neighborhood and see what I can do. Because as far as I got into it, as far as I learned from you, but I started with the max.
Yeah,
Because I
he the
seen some
biggest
of his
channel
videos,
there.
and then I seen you, and then pretty much, I mean, I like the you because you give more detail, and stuff. You give out the contracts. I mean, that's what people you need, the contracts,
Gotta have it.
the
That's your
documents. You need the
tools.
documentation
The tools, dog. Without no tools, man, like the mechanic showing up to the damn car, what are you gonna do?
without those
What
tools. You
are you gonna do?
can't do
Right?
too much at all.
What you gonna do? So tell us about the subject to deal. Tell us how you found it. Tell us about the lead and all that stuff. How you closed it out. And you had to know the magic words because this stuff doesn't fall out of the sky.
Yeah. Um, my first surgery too did it was last year. I got the property around July. I say how I first started, how I got it. I was just driving around the neighborhood. Like I
D for
said, I
D.
I was looking in the nice neighborhoods, and I seen like it was like I say it was the biggest house in the neighborhood, but it was tore up. Like it was the biggest house, but it was the worst house. But you could
Okay.
see that it just had potential
Mhm.
in the house. So I looked at the house. I got the address. Um, Looked up the owner of the property. I gave
Mhm.
her a call. At first she answered and said, "Who is this?"
Oh, you
She,
you skip traced the phone number.
yep, skip traced their phone number. I looked it up from. I mean, we got Lucas areas where you can find the property owner. Skip trace it from Two People Search.
Okay. True people, sir. Y'all get take a note of that.
Yep, skip traced her from Two People Search. I found her number. I gave her a call. When I first interacted with her, she didn't because I broke it down to her as far as like this. I didn't get into no subject too. I just told her I seen the property and I asked her what was she doing with it. Like was she gonna fix it up or as far as what was her goal as far as with the property. And she said that her uncles, she had the property. I looked, she bought it in 2015. It was a big 4-bedroom house. And she bought it in 2015. She stayed in it for a while, but she didn't have too big of a family. So she really wanted to downsize. So she bought a house for cash. Yeah, she bought a house all cash.
Another house.
Yeah, another house in another neighborhood.
Damn, she balling.
And she bought a house cash. And with that house, she had her uncle standing in there and stuff like that. She still had a mortgage on the property, and her uncle was standing in it, but they wasn't like paying her any rent. I guess she had them as to pay her rent and tenants and like that. But they basically was just beating up the property. It was junk.
Welcome to family. Welcome to family.
That's pretty much what they was doing to her. So yeah, so when I first caught her, I asked her what she was going to do with the property. She said she didn't have any plans with it as far as with the property. When I looked up the appraisal, I thought it was worth around 100,000. So I was looking to do like a wholesale deal with her, offered her 50,000.
But what she owe though?
Her mortgage was 44,000.
She owed
44,000. Yep, she owed 44,000 on her mortgage. Then I had offered her 50,000 as far as initially trying to do a wholesale deal. And then I met her at the property. I looked at the property. The property was so jacked, she didn't even want to go on the inside. She didn't even want to go on the inside of the house. So
what, the uncle was in this one or the uncle was in the other one?
The uncle was in this one, and
he was living in it.
No, he moved out. Like,
he trashed it and moved.
Trashed it and moved out on her. Like, junk and left cars everywhere. He had a car in the garage, car in the front, and
he just left it.
Yeah, he left her. He did it wrong. Left her like that. So yeah, I looked outside the property. It was just a lot of stuff everywhere, like holes in the wall.
What happened?
Stuff like that. It wasn't no typical pretty house subject to. This was like a house that needed some work, but it was like
cool.
A pretty house.
Okay.
So, I looked through the house. It needed some work because I put a good amount of money into it. I'll tell you about that.
We got to get you into it first before we can spend the money on it. So you negotiated with her. You decided 50 was too. Okay, now with the house, you was going to give her 50 to wholesale it. She owed 44. Now where we at?
So now I viewed the property and I told her, I'm like, 50,000 because I thought I could wholesale it for like 70. So I viewed, I'm like, man, I wouldn't even be able to wholesale it. Actually, I did take a buyer over here to look at it, but he didn't want it. So I told her
owed more than what it was worth then, basically, as is.
Yeah, as is. So I told her like, I can't do the 50 on it, but I see that you got this mortgage because I want to get a story about what she pretty much wanted to do and why she have a mortgage on a property she wasn't even living in. I want to get
go ahead.
So I got her story as far as why she had the mortgage on the property.
You listened, key. You listened to what she had to say. You let her dump on you.
Yep, and she really didn't want the property at all. She really wanted to get out of it, but nobody was going to give her what she wanted to get out that mortgage. Like that. So I told her, I said the best I can do. I told her I'll just give you I told her I'd give her $3,000 and take over her mortgage payments. And at first she was nonchalant. She didn't want to do it at first. I'm gonna be honest. She didn't want to do it at first because it wasn't no typical as far as closing. You go to close and do a typical real estate transaction. So I broke it down to her. I'm like, it's really traditional, but as far as only thing different is we signing more paperwork and signing more paperwork and I'm taking over the mortgage. So we going through the same process. We go through a title company. Nothing's different. We have a closing. Everything. So everything's pretty much the same. You're just gonna sign more documents, and I'm just gonna take over your payments. So once I told her that, she got on board. I think she looked it up to see what the subject to was first, because the next day she had hit me back. She said at first she didn't want to do it. I guess she had looked it up or something.
Let me give you a little nugget here, my friend, if I have your permission on that.
Yeah.
I've never yet in my career met a person. The first thing out of their mouth is they want to sell their property and keep the loan in place in their name. All right. Nobody wants to do that. Who the hell would? Nobody wants They don't wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm gonna sell my house and keep that loan in my name. I think I'm gonna do that today.
Yeah.
So no one necessarily wants to do it, but that could be one of the best options for them.
Yeah. And I think that was the best option for it because
Yeah.
we just got out of COVID. So what it was with this property, this was a little, I said difficult, but it wasn't difficult. With this property, I guess they had something in COVID where there's like a forbearance. You didn't have to pay your mortgage.
Oh, the forbearance. Yeah. When the last time she made a payment?
She told me she was up to date, but she told me she was up to date. I sent over the I'm kind of happy I did it like this. But I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm kind of happy I did it like this because you get all the paperwork signed and you send it over to the mortgage company to see what she owed. I didn't do that at first. I didn't do it at first because I was just going off of what she said, but I got the payoff. But when I got the payoff, it didn't say that she owed any arrears or anything like that.
Mm,
So I'm really just going off what she said and the
what she
payoff.
said. Yeah.
So I faxed everything over, but they just sent me over the payoff. So I was just pretty much going by off that. I didn't. Yeah, so I pretty much just went off that, and so she did. Oh, she said she didn't. She owed 7,000.
Mm-hmm.
Unaware of. I probably wouldn't even did the deal if I knew that, but
Why?
because I didn't know if she was property was what type of condition or if she's going in foreclosure
Mm,
or anything like that. But
could be. Could
yeah,
be.
but when it come down to it, she so let me start. I said I fixed it up. I got it for 3.
So you gave her $3,000. You paid all the closing costs, and now you're in it. She's 7,000 behind.
Yep, she's 7,000 behind. At the time I was fixing up the property, I didn't know that until she had gave me a call. I say 3 months. Say a month of me in fixing up the property, and said they sent her something about a foreclosure on the
I know
property.
your stomach. Tell me what you were thinking at that time. I know you were sick.
It was almost crumbling because I was I'm in mid renovations.
How much you got into it so far at that time?
About 20 into it.
I know your stomach was bubbling like a whoo. So
Yeah,
let me frame this up for my roundup so they understand. You bought the house subject to, gave the seller $3,000. You gotta no doubt you had to pay $2,000 to buy it. I mean closing costs and all that.
Yep. So it came up to about 4,100 and something dollars.
So you get $4,000 out. So you borrowed money or you used your own money to start
Yeah,
fixing it out.
No, I didn't borrow any money. I used my money from as far as wholesaling and me doing fix and stuff.
Use your own money to fix it up. So you really into this thing.
Yeah, I'm deep.
You get a call about foreclosure. I know you was sick, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I was sick, but I just learned a couple of videos from you. I mean, and from people listening to people, they say if it was to go into a foreclosure, I mean, you still got time to sell the property. They give out some time to sell the property, and I was almost done with the property. I was literally about maybe 2 or 3 weeks away from being finished with the property.
Gotcha. Okay, good. Oh, okay.
So I got it for 4. The property appraised. I got it for 4, and it was praised at like 140,000.
So you were the payoff was, let's say, 50. How much did you put in total?
I put 30 into it altogether.
So you in it for 80, let's say 80 plus whatever. The ARV was 137.
Yep, the ARV was I think like 140, and then I ended up selling it for 137.
Oh, okay. ARV's okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
137.
Did you make those payments while you owned it, or was it in forbearance?
So her monthly payments was $500 monthly on the house.
Bad,
on a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. So it was $500 monthly. Yeah, at the time I had the property for about 3 to 4 months, and I could continue to make her payment each and every month on the property.
Okay.
So yeah, made the payments each and every month, and then I pretty much just ended up selling it.
I'm listening. So you fixed it up, got the contractor in there, you got it all pristine. Did you list it with the real estate agent, a realtor, or how did you do that?
Yeah, so as far as when it came down to listing it, I listed with the real estate agent that I listed a couple of my deals with before. A good guy that I know named Lloyd. Yeah, and he listed for me. It's still on the market for about 40 days, and he pretty quick as far as um getting them gone, as far as in our market. So it didn't take too much long.
I'm happy about that, man. That is so cool. Bought it, get it, sold $3,000. Now, where did this 3,000 come from? Is that something you just kind of pulled out of the air, or why wasn't it 2,000 or 1,500 or 1,000? Where did that? What
It was
was your
actually
plan with it?
I just pulled it out the air. I really just want to see what she'll say. To be honest,
You
I mean,
tried.
she said yes or no. I mean, she could have said yes or no. I just put 3,000 because I mean, you're not doing nothing with the property. Um, I mean, and you're making these payments, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to make the payments.
And you
So
know it's so crazy when you talk to sellers, man. They have two decisions when they have to cross this road. You can either get a check or keep paying the check. Basically, you gave her that option.
yeah,
Left road, keep paying. Road to the right, get money.
get money. Yep, and I said yep, and you can get it as far as what 4 days after title search and everything like that. So I mean,
That is so cool.
she was definitely on it. And then, but I say one funny thing because as soon as we got to closing and the attorney and stuff, they reading off the documents to her, and then that document came up about me making the payments.
Mm-hmm.
So
I ain't
she
making no payments. Yeah, no, yeah, I ain't promising none of that.
yeah, she said, "How?" I mean, she said, are you?" I mean, she just had to go off my word, really. But she asked me, I'm gonna be honest, she asked me, she said, can I trust you to make these payments? Are you gonna make these payments? But I told her, I'm like, I think I put in a contract if I didn't make the payments, I'll just deed the property back over to her.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth right there.
Yeah. So I told her I make the payments and pretty much, but I told her I was just gonna fix it up and get it so but I had a few options with it. 'Cause like you said, I got it property to subject to it
Mm-hmm.
to do a lease option, like you said, with the property.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I put the signs out and everything. I got people to come look at the property and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I put the rent. I got a few in my office, but the rent to own signs and stuff like that.
You are just a hustler, dog.
Yeah. So I
Round
put.
up, you just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So I put those signs out. People was giving me feedback and stuff like that. But it really. But I knew the potential of the property. People were saying that if you fix up the property, you was going to get like 70,000, 60,000, and stuff like that. I'm
The
like,
ARV?
yeah, that's what they were telling me. As in condition as me buying it from her,
Uh-huh.
I cleaned it out. I cleaned it out and stuff like that, but I just showed it after I cleaned it out. I didn't touch nothing with the kitchen or anything. And people just basically saying like, I mean, it was a nice big property, but they said it need too much work. And then they said the work that you have to put into it, it wouldn't even be worth it because it's not even worth that much. That's what they was thinking in their mind. But me knowing what I know, I'm like, I was just going with what they saying, but me knowing what I knew that the property was worth a lot
Yeah,
by just
4 bedroom.
by the district. It's by a college university, our major university as far as in Ohio, in Toledo, Ohio. So I know
Yeah.
it was definitely worth more than what they was telling me. So
So at
that's why.
first you just cleaned it out to kind of say, hey, let me see what bites I can get.
Yep, I cleaned it out and see what bites I can get. Was going to do a lease option. Thinking about doing Airbnb. I had so many things of what I want to do with the property, but I just decided to fix it up.
All right. That is so cool. Kani, I'm happy for you, young man. Your future, no doubt, looks bright. You're a real estate, you're a wholesaler, you understand creative financing. I mean, the sky's the limit for you.
Yeah, I'm just keep learning. That's all I say. Just adding more tools to my tool belt. Um, Networking with people and just 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 just,
Good for
just
you,
keep
man.
grinding, steady grind.
Good.
Just focus grind. It ain't got to be big leaps. Just take small steps at a time.
I love that, man. Small steps. I think a lot of us, how the hell do you know this stuff so young? That's crazy. You know, a lot of us think we need to, because Instagram think we need to make these huge leaps in life. And you have to
Yeah,
look at your life over 15, 20 years to see, obviously, I didn't show up like this,
right. Yeah,
started little step,
steps at a time.
little step. Good for you.
Build up.
Let's get some Q&A. Roundup. If you're just joining us, we're hanging out with Kani, a.k.a. De Niro. I just did his first Subject 2 deal in Ohio. We are proud of him. Wow.
Thanks to Chris Haskins, man. The best, I say, tutors, mentors, YouTubers, real estate, strategy, investor, all that. You see this, I love real estate. He really the guy, and he give you information and he breaks it down so simple where you can learn it. It's just crazy.
Thank
So
you,
that's why I
Kani.
think I learned it so easy because you broke it down. You broke every step down, and then you, even once you broke the step down, you gave it the paperwork, and then you put discounts on buying the paper. You were just doing a lot, like helping the community out. That's what I like. That's why I got it.
Yes. I love it, man. You giving me chills because Kani, do you know that I am you? I
Yeah,
am you. All you gotta do is take 20 years off my top. I am you. I'm you. I mean, I'm like, but when I started, I'm like, who the hell gonna help me? First of
right.
all, documents. Where I get this shit from? How do I explain it to the seller? Okay, boom. What about say if they say this? All this stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah,
let me be the one to give you the outline. So look, all you gotta do is do this. Boom. Right there for you.
yes, sir. And it was. It
So
went right for me.
sacrifice my life for this stuff. Roundup. Look, if you need Subject 2 docs, my doc packet is in the video description below. You can download it. You can.
Oh, I didn't tell you that. I didn't want to skip this for the people. I bought it in land trust too.
Oh, yeah, that question's. I see somebody got that question.
Somebody got in the question. Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, the question. Yeah, land trust. Oh, can I? You too much. I just want to hug you through the screen, man. Golly, you did sub 2 and you put it in land trust.
Yeah.
Who the hell has been talking to you, dude?
You you through your videos, man, and just me, just studying stuff. I really ain't got, it ain't no mentor that's telling me this stuff. I'm just, like I said, you and the other videos I watch and stuff like that, and myself just to grind.
When you showed up to do a land trust, no doubt somebody was the first person that saw it was like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, once. Yeah, when I that land trust, yeah, it was a big thing. But I mean, I really, to be honest with people, I say don't be thinking so much about it. Just send a document.
Overthinking.
Yeah,
Overthinking.
because it's just overthinking. I think people really overthink stuff too much, and because once I the land trust, I didn't know nothing really about a land trust until you broke it down to me, and then I got the documents stuff like that. But I didn't read over all those 28. I mean, whatever, how many pages is? I didn't read over all stuff like that. I just knew the main basic stuff, like you said. But with the land trust, like you said, it was really like blank language because when I sent it over to the title company, they didn't. First, I think they said they didn't even do deals with land trusts.
You can't even do that here. We won't even do that. We won't
Yeah,
do that. How many times do you think I heard that over my life, and you are no doubt hearing the same mess?
yeah, they said you can't do that and stuff like that. So I mean, but I knew you could. So
Good for you, man. I'm so happy. This is really making my day. You know what? I buy houses every day, but this is the real stuff that I live for. Round up, get your questions in for Kani. And quick reminder is don't forget Memorial Day weekend. We've got the Real Estate Investing Foundations. It's here. If you have no idea where you're going to start, the Real Estate Investing Foundations, I've taken time out of my life to show you 15 different proven ways to get started in real estate because a lot of us have no idea where to start. I didn't. There was no Chris Haskins teaching me this stuff at my dinner table like I'm teaching my daughters. But now you can download this Real Estate Investing Foundations, and it's going to walk you step by step 15 ways how you can get started. BRRR, fix and flip, short-term rentals, subject to lease options, land, multifamily, all that stuff's included. And it's not going to cost you nothing but a tank of gas. I'm here to serve. I want you guys to get into this thing. And I don't want an excuse to be, where do I start? Where do I start? I don't want that to be an excuse. Let's do some Q&A, brother Kani.
yes, sir.
Kani said, somebody said, you dropping jewels.
I'm trying to.
Young people, man. I love young people. L. Blair. Oh, here's my friend. Centrica. Hey, yep, we got to get you on here, Centrica. Good to see you. L. Blair, congrats on your success. How did you get past the fear of getting started, Kani, that keeps so many people from taking that first step? That is a phenomenal question. L. Blair, put your city in. We know where you at.
How do you get past the fear?
Well, for me, I ain't had nothing else. So I don't know about Kani. I want to know. There was this is all I had.
That's the same. I mean, pretty much I got past the years like I mean, I say being broke is really, really, really scary as far as I mean, being past the fear, I say just it's just the just scary side of just uh I don't know, being broke or something. Not
That's big. That's enough. That's all I had. Like shit. If I don't do this, I won't eat.
yeah, I didn't have no. I mean, it wasn't no other option as far as to me. I knew I couldn't. I knew I couldn't get a job to do what I wanted.
Mhm.
Or I mean, there are good jobs out here, but I feel like being an entrepreneur and doing your own thing, I feel like it's so many. There's no limit to what you can do.
That's right. Master P said it best. Thinking like a virtuous woman. What can be the first step for subject to leads for a person who has about 5 to 10,000 to play with? Currently working part time to focus on real estate. I took a course, but kind of need hand holding. Can I first wait for someone who get leads? What would you recommend? Here, I'll let you go first, and I'll tell you. Man.
Uh, I keep that 5 to 10,000 in my pocket. If I were you, I say the best, easiest way to drive for some dollars around the neighborhood, as far as in a good neighborhood, um, and just find the most raggliest, beat up house in the goodest neighborhood, um, and skip trace them, give them. You can use. I mean, there's so many websites you can just use to skip trace. Like told them that earlier, True People Search.
Mhm.
Um,
That's just one. You got prop stream. I mean, so many.
uh, yeah, I
So
keep that 5 to 10 in my pocket. I just drive for dollars. Or I mean, if you want to do a little easier, I mean, bandit signs are good. That's good in my market.
yeah,
Um, and they pretty cheap.
they work. They work.
And they
Thinking like a virtuous. Go ahead.
yeah, they definitely work.
Thinking like a virtuous woman. 5 to 10. So you got to get leads.
Yeah,
Can I driving for dollars too? So everybody's time is different. I don't know what her time is.
right.
So we have a geek squad. Thinking like a virtuous woman. I'll put my link to my geek squad in the video description if you want to hire them. We
Melon.
have a hmm? Yeah, we got a team for the internet. What are your thoughts on Youngstown? I don't know what that. What is that, Kana?
Yeah, I don't know either.
What are you talking about? Thinking like a virtuous woman. We don't know. I don't know what that is. Maurice is amazing. Jamal, what up? Yes. Uh, what state? Harold wants to know what state are you again, brother?
I'm from Ohio, Toledo, Ohio.
Hmm. Harold, yes, the magic words. What are the magic words to get a seller to accept a subject to deal? Kanai, coming from the young school, hit him with it.
The magic words is don't over explain it to them.
Mm,
It's a typical regular deal. You just signing more paperwork, and the best thing is, I mean, we taking over your mortgage. You don't have to be responsible for those payments. No repairs. Um, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, just don't overthink it and just tell them it's like a simple deal. Just a transition, like a transitional deal. Just tell them you just signing more paperwork, a couple more documents. Yes, I'll
I
say.
love it. I love it. Keep it simple, man. Do not go in there. Harold, let me tell you this. Don't say nothing about no subject too. Would you say, Kana?
Oh yeah, don't get the. I mean, no. As far as when you first meeting them initially, do not explain to them because and it's gonna go past their head and they don't really want to hear that.
Please don't do that. Do not talk about no subject to. There's no homeowner. They don't care about no subject to. They worry about their problem, some money, these payments. Oh yeah. So don't be talking no sub to.
Yeah, that's it.
Flor de Oro. Did you put it in a land trust? I think he hit that a little bit. You want to hit that a little bit more, or are you good with that?
Yep, I put it in the land trust. I named the trust after the street. Well, after the address. So I think the address was 364 Darrell Street. So I just named the trust 364. I just named the trust 364 Darrell Street
Man,
Trust.
just name it. There you go. You got it down, dog. You got the blueprint, brother. Okay, Julie, De Niro, do you have a team that helps you? If you do, how did you find them? They're from Philly. Thank you, K. Julie. Good question.
I mean, as far as team, only really team I say I got as far as I mean, I network with people as far as in my market, do JV deals and stuff like that. Um, as far as with the stuff I got going on is really like mostly family orientated. Like my brother, like he handles like clean out of properties. My mom, she handles like the repair costs and stuff like that. Just make
She's
sure
good
I'm
at
all
that.
in line and stuff like that.
Good, good.
My dad gets the material and stuff like that.
Wow, family stuff. That is so cool, man. Well, congrats. Somebody says congrats, brother. Congrats. Flo, you're awesome. We're doing God's work. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Subject to into a land trust. You better do it. There's no reason to not put it in a trust, especially if you're buying subject to, because there's no one to tell you you can't do it. It's not like you got a lender. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing when you put it into the trust before you sell the property, because this what I didn't do, and I hit Crips up about this on his Instagram. Before you sell the property, you said deed it, assign it over to you. As far as I sold the property and it came out as my name as far as with the trust.
Mhm.
I mean, a couple banks they didn't accept it because it was like
Oh, the check came in.
yeah. So
Hold up. You didn't have the assignment of proceeds document.
I had the assignment of proceeds document, but I didn't use it. Like it didn't cross my mind. I was just trying to get it done. I know I know I had the document, but it didn't run across my mind to just assign it over. So
Okay. So
once
the
I
check.
closed,
What did you do?
once I closed, they gave me the check as far as my name, Kani Fletcher, the property trustee,
Hmm.
364 the Nero property trustee.
Okay. Had your name on it.
Yeah, had my name on it, and that was a good thing. But I mean, so I know sometimes people have different trustees. I don't know how to go as far as with that. But a couple banks didn't take it, but I got one that did. So
Okay, good. So you're trustee. Well, yeah, I mean, you, yeah, that could be a challenge, but with the assignment
yeah,
of proceeds, hopefully the title company will switch it over for you.
yeah. So yeah, definitely get that song.
Ellis Berry, can an attorney do a land trust? They
Yeah.
can. Or you could just go to my channel and you can download ours. Jasmine,
Yeah.
great job, Kanai. This is extremely motivating. Chris, you are a blessing. Thank you. Yes, Kanai, good job, brother. That's why I had to get them on. Look at these young people. Bob, it's awesome to see a rookie with no fear attitude and eager to learn. Congrats, De Niro. Wow, look at this, man. Everybody's so happy for you, brother. Houston. Might and Might. Does coaching come with that program? Not at the beginning, but we are going to be doing something where it's a monthly membership. I'm only going to take 100 people, something small, and I'm going to do a monthly training and have guys like this, like, can I come on and train you? But not from the top. But no, I'm not offering it, but it will be something on the back end that we a monthly, my inner circle. Congratulations, man. You're inspiring right here. Look at all this, man. This is crazy. Veronica, hey, will you ever think about teaching classes or doing a seminar in the future?
That's my mom.
Look at this.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna get into that. As far as the classes, I got a couple YouTube videos that I think I'm gonna put out. I just been doing a few things. But I just been so focused on trying to master my craft and learn about this real estate stuff. There's so much to learn and there's so much to
So
do
much to learn.
in ways. So it's like I'll get to it eventually.
I think people think that they're in the real estate business, no disrespect to anybody. People think they're in the real estate business when they wholesale, right? And then when you do that stuff for 5 years and you look back, you realize that, you're not really in the real estate business. You're in the paper flipping business.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Two different businesses, yo.
Yeah, definitely.
Total different businesses. Mighty Savage. I don't think you did it virtually. Mighty, Kanai, are you doing it virtually? I don't think you.
Not as yet. I'm mostly in my market and it's surrounding market, so nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
Oh,
seeing sellers, meeting them in person.
yeah. Youngstown is in Ohio. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Verdon, what's up? I'm sorry to let YouTube tripping. Oh, you need coach. Send us an email, my friend. Francisco, can you do a refinance on a subject to deal? I don't think I did that.
No, I didn't do that.
You can't do that. Round up while you're here. We're gonna keep going with Q&A. I want to make sure Wow, questions everywhere. Round up Memorial Day weekend. Make sure you're staying tuned and subscribe below. Well, you don't subscribe. You can join our email list so you don't miss Real Estate Investing Foundations. 15 ways to get started if you have zero experience. Okay, so I'm giving y'all this. We're dropping it Memorial Day weekend. Land, multifamily, sub 2 lease options, BRRRR. You got to understand all this stuff. Okay, so Real Estate Investing Foundations is going to be the basic baseline course for you if you have no idea where to start. All right, I'm putting this together personally. It will be hanging out with me, probably 18 or 19 training videos. The module will be done Memorial Day weekend. If you're not on my email list, make sure you go to the video description below, join our email list so you don't miss any of this stuff. And if you don't have subject to documents already, the link also is in the video description. You got to have your tools to close this stuff, which Kani already has. So you're good.
Yeah, you got to get them tools. Without them tools, I mean,
you're nothing
at all.
You're nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
You're nothing without docs. In real estate, black ink on white paper is king.
Yep, for sure.
Danny Lou, how would you approach the owner if you don't mention subject to them? Could I?
How would you approach the owner?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really depends. I say, really approaching the owner, just getting a vibe. What's their problem?
Problem. You said the magic word. What's your problem? Why are we talking?
Right. I mean, not all sellers. I mean, they probably maybe you can. I mean, not all subject to for these type of sellers. I mean, there's different type of deals for sellers. So I say, how could you approach as far as with a subject to?
I think she's talking about when we don't say the word subject to. I think she's getting a little, because I have never one time said I'm gonna buy your house subject to. You know, as many of these things that I've done.
Oh,
you just can't use those words.
I just take over your payments.
Call it a day.
Take over your payments. Call it a day.
Call it a day. Danny, there's a whole lot of ways to do it. You could do a lot of times I say we have different programs: the deed program, the LAP program, loan assignment program, the MAP program, mortgage assignment program. You can make up your own program. People love boxes. They love to be put in a box. So, Danny, I have a program may or may not work for you. Then you back them into how it works. We take over your payments for the life of the loan. Danny, you sound like you need the Ninja Negotiating 11 audio training series. Email us. Once you get that, you'll be a master negotiator. Mighty Savage. So does the home still on the homeowner's name, being that the mortgage is still unpaid? Can I?
No, I mean, you said is the homeowner's name being on the.
Is the homeowner's name still on the mortgage?
Deeding the property over to you. Only thing the homeowner's name is still on the mortgage, so your name is not on the mortgage or anything. The homeowner, I mean, well, the prior homeowner, once you deed it over to you, her name, his or her name stays on that mortgage. So it's never, it's never your mortgage. It stays with them, and you continue to make those payments. So it's
there
always
you go.
Just deed the property.
Mighty Savage. The house goes in your name. Loan stays in seller's name. Okay. I don't want to teach a class on that today, but we will. Mighty Savage. Just go to my channel and type in subject to, man. We got you covered, bro. Jackie, can you explain how to register a house in a land trust? I like that, Kani. Let's register.
I mean, you don't have to register. You just get those. I say, Jackie, go to ChrisHaskins.com and get those land trust documents. And once you get a subject to deal, whatever type of deal, if you want to use the land trust, just get those documents, send them over to the title company, let them handle it.
Let them do it. Type it up, send it over, and call it a day. Jackie, there is no registering. A land trust is a pass-through, flow-through entity. It went right down to his social security number. So when you sell that house, it attaches to your social. Jackie, don't overthink it, my friend. Okay?
Yeah. Do not
would you say?
Yeah, don't overthink it. Just do it. That's it. Don't overthink it. I mean, whatever comes up, you just.
That's why I like young people. They don't even know about this registering or all that stuff. You just get in there and try it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. They don't even know about this stuff. L. Blair, what is the purpose of putting a property into a land trust? How about I do that?
Purpose of putting a property into land trust. I mean, the doing sale costs. I know the people say they about the doing sale costs. If you they could trigger it. If you buy the property in your name or LLC.
Good.
So, like I said, I just learned from them. So I just put it in a land trust, so it won't trigger the due on sale clause.
It still could.
If it could, I mean, you gotta opt whatever you want to do.
It could. You own it. You could deed it out. You could deed it to this back to the seller. I mean, man, there's so many things. You operate in anonymity. Nobody knows what he owns. We do land trust, whether we're wholesaling it, buying it, holding it, flipping it. Trust on every single one. Tishan, great content. Thank you, Tishan. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Kani. Ellis is in Columbus. Mr. JF King, how much is my subject to training? I don't necessarily have a training, but if you find the docs, they're in the video description below. That's right, Florida Oral. Hit that like button, y'all. I forgot y'all. Hit that like button below. Smash that like button for Kani and myself for optimization purposes. We got to get this word out. Ride share. My landlord was thinking about putting the quadplex we live in. How should I approach him about potentially selling it to me? My credit is not great, but I have a solid job and want to live there. Kani, what you got for him?
My landlord.
He wants to get his landlord to sell the property, the fourplex to him or her. I don't know.
I mean, you said your credit ain't good. I mean, do you have cash to buy it, or
I guess not? Yeah.
Starting off with, are you trying to get into real estate? I mean, you can wholesale it.
Yeah, he or she wants to buy it. So those deals, you might need some credit because so many buyers out there.
Yeah, you might want to use.
There's so many questions on that. Yeah, so, right, sure. Sorry about that. Tayshawn, question: if I got a family member with good credit to qualify for a loan, will we be able to use a wrap and immediately turn around and lease option it out? I don't know. I had to take a look at that loan. I don't want to put on the record for that. Can I leave that one? I don't know. Kimberlyn. Oh, you ever seen that name before? Can I? Kimberlyn. That's a cool name. Can you do a subject to on a reverse mortgage?
No. Can't do it because, I mean, if the seller moves out, the loan is due. If the seller dies, the loan. So
can't do it. Nope. Don't do it. Kimberlyn, please don't do it.
Not
somebody.
Not do that.
Somebody will get 10 to see if Kani will give you $3,000 and you sell him the property and it's a reverse mortgage. You just got that $3,000 for free. He out of $3,000.
Yeah.
And these fools got inspectors, man. They will find out.
Oh, definitely. Don't do that.
Man, don't do it.
Amen.
Walk away. Harold, I'm a realtor. Some sellers just can't sell because there's not enough walkaway money or enough money to pay for fees. Can subject to be helpful in this type of scenario? Absolutely, Harold. This is why this strategy was created. You see, Kani did the deal. Your joint didn't have no equity, did it?
No.
You was right. I mean, you were almost negative equity on that thing, the way you was describing it.
Yeah, I mean, it was worth. I mean, it was.
You didn't have equity. So, Harold, this is the strategy we use when there is no equity. Because you can write a check. You can even pay realtor fees, closing costs, transaction fees, all that, as long as you can take over that financing. That's the key. Subject to is where we take over the financing. Kani, let me do my little commercial here. Then I'll do final words for you. And we gone, my friend. Round up. Memorial Day weekend. If you have no idea where to start in real estate, I'm going to give you 15 ways to get started, including land and multifamily from my boys Dave and Dan Barrero and Mike Fritz. Okay, so the Real Estate Investing Foundations training course will be out Memorial Day weekend. There's a link in the video description. You can join our email list so you don't miss any of our trainings and any of our guests. You can also get my subject to document packet, as well as some other goodies in the video description. Get down there. Do not miss out. All right. Memorial Day weekend is when it's dropping. It's not going to cost you nothing but a tank of gas. All right. I promise y'all. I need to push you off. I need to push them, Kani.
Push them.
Not everybody's going to be as easy as you.
You just got to have that drive, man. Just want more for yourself.
Want more for yourself. I think as we get older, man, I think we just get into this day to day grind, going to work, come home, family, work. You
Yeah,
know,
and I try to not to yeah, that'd be like the paradigms. I try not to get stuck into I say those habits, those rituals, with those type of paradigms. I mean, I like to create my own, you know, um, just have a different vision and stuff.
yeah. But when you're young, it's easier. You know, no disrespect to my young people. When you're young, it's easier because your mind hasn't been
Yeah,
year after year after
right.
year after year get beat down.
Yeah.
You know, well, Roundup, thank you for hanging out with us. Can I anything else you want to leave from my Roundup homies to get them off the fence?
Yeah, I want to say shout out to Chris, man. He's the guy.
Thank you.
I know he called Ron the Grand, what you call him, the Godfather. But we in a new era now, so you the Godfather of our era, so, for my era. So I'm gonna definitely say that.
I got
Yeah,
old. I got underwear older than you, young man. That's go ahead, man.
you got the yeah, man. He the man. He dropped all the sauce. Like he give you everything that you need to excel as far as and he give you good knowledge. He don't tell you what he don't know. He gives you great knowledge. He's a good guy. Killer.
Thanks, Kana.
I can't say too much about it. I mean, this man he's everything. He changed my life. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him. Just by learning so much stuff from him. He was for so far away, which is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wanted to say shout out to him. He's the man. Like I said,
Thank
he's
you,
the
brother.
man.
That is so cool, man. It's an honor. All right. Roundup, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You do not want to miss the Real Estate Investing Foundations. All the little tools that I use every day. IRA investing, lease options, buy, rent, rehab, renovate, rent out, repeat. All that stuff we do every day, short-term rentals. I put the course together for you because I love you. I have to see you succeed. I'm up. This stuff keeps me up at night in the bed.
All
Yeah,
right.
man, everywhere I go, my people at the bottom. I'm sick of it.
All right.
I'm sick of it.
With people like you're gonna bring us up. Just keep dropping knowledge, and like I said, I'm living proof of what you're doing. So
Wow, man. You got me tearing up, man. All right. Like that content roundup. Share with anybody else that needs to understand how Subject 2 works. Links in the video description. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks, Kani.
peace.
See y'all soon. Peace.